Hi, I'm horror author Paul Edwards. Tonight I'm reading For Monsters Only, issue number 4 from 1967. I thought some of you might enjoy flipping through this vintage magazine with me. Together, let's see what kinds of monster kid goodness is in here. For Monsters Only, the official magazine for all monsters. Issue number 4 from 1967. We get two kings of terror, Vincent Price and Christopher Lee. Fiend-packed cartoons, Transylvania Fright album, ghastly ghoul photos, chiller car bumper stickers, and a Miss Monster contest. Oh boy. All right. I've been in houses with sunken living rooms before, but this is ridiculous. Oh, brother. All right, let's see what we're going to get in this issue. Okay. This promises a lot. Let's see what we get. The letters page is the post-mortem office. Oh my goodness. Transylvania's new basketball coach. Two kings of terror, Vincent Price and Christopher Lee, both of whom, when this came out in 1967, they were in their glory days of cranking out horror movies. Okay. I said the wrong thing in a previous video when I saw this same picture. So for the record, in Comedy of Terrors, which of course was a horror comedy film, you had a lot of the great luminaries of horror films. You had Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, Vincent Price, and Basil Rathbone. Meanwhile, over here, you got Christopher Lee as Fu Manchu. He played Fu Manchu in 5 movies in the 60s. Oh. The movie that started Hammer Studios' series of horror monster movies was this one, Curse of Frankenstein, from 1957, with Christopher Lee as the monster and Peter Cushing as Baron Frankenstein. A lot of people have forgotten about these Dr. Goldfoot movies. Vincent Price did 2 of these Dr. Goldfoot movies in the 1960s. These were comedy movies in which he was a mad scientist bent on world domination, but it was a total farce. You know that Rob Zombie lyric, Goldfoot's machine creates another fiend so beautiful it'll make you kill. These are Goldfoot's machines, the robotic women that he cranks out of his bikini machine. This is a less funny monster. Christopher Lee as the Frankenstein monster. The only time he played the Frankenstein monster was in Curse of Frankenstein. Check out that graveyard set. It's a publicity picture for Tales of Terror, which was a horror anthology movie. So House of Wax was the movie that made Vincent Price a superstar of horror. He already was a movie star with a perfectly respectable movie career. But House of Wax is the movie that made him a top box office draw. Oh, brother. So they take photographs from real monster movies or TV shows and put joke captions in them. Ugh, do I ever get stuck on blind dates? I didn't say you were ugly, Virginia. I just said I've seen better pans under an icebox. Some dressmakers, I don't want a buttonhole there. All right, that one's kind of funny. That one's all right. That one's all right. Can you name these 3 movies, though? Let's see how much of a monster kid you are. Do you know the actual movies? This is the easiest one. This is from Dracula, Prince of Darkness. This is from Blood of Dracula, which was an American International Pictures drive-in movie. And this is from The Alligator People. Well, this is a publication that was put out by Cracked Magazine, so it's no surprise that they have this kind of material in it. You know, like comic strips with jokes about the monsters. The Newlyweds of Swamp Hollow Lane. All right, Frankenstein Conquers the World was a Japanese Frankenstein film that came out in 1965 in Japan and 1966 here in the United States. And it was about the irradiated heart of the Frankenstein monster growing into a new creature much larger than the human being. And of course he got into an epic fight with the dinosaur Baragon. Here's another round of these. Can we stand another round of these? This is the best one. Very good. Now try to hit high C. That's all right. Oh, this is from the Lon Chaney Sr. version of Hunchback of Notre Dame, a film which you can find on my Silent Horror Films podcast. More monster comics. Transylvanian Family Album. This kind of humor really was a big hallmark of the first wave of monster kids, the 1960s wave. My era, those of us who were kids in the 1970s, we were the second wave of monster kids. We weren't as big on the humor. I mean, it was all right, but it didn't quite appeal to us the same way, I don't think. Recognize this? Frankenstein's Daughter. What What a contrast to put an excellent Ray Harryhausen special effects scene with it came from outer space right next to the, let's say, poor makeup job for the Frankenstein's daughter monster. Really? This is how they kill a whole page here. Okay. Telephone rings. I'll ask him, Dr. Frankenstein, do you make house calls? They killed a whole page for that one lame gag. Oh. This is a little better. At least they put some thought into this. Oh, it came from beneath the sea again. Look, he's turning the hands of the clock ahead. Maybe it's daylight savings time. All right, that's a little funny. Here's Glenn Strange as Pedro the werewolf in The Mad Monster. On second thought, I don't want to kiss you goodnight, Daddy. Poor Beverly Garland doing her best to take seriously the Alligator Man costume. You alligators are all alike. Buy a girl a dinner and you think you can get fresh with her. Recognize this from It, the Terror from Beyond Space. And this little piggy stayed home. See, that would be funny if you were in like first grade. This is a little better. Room service, I'd like to leave a call for 10 a.m. More of these. I don't know if I can take too many more of these. The lifeguard of the month. The effects of horror movies. Vote here for Miss Monster 1967. All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're going to abstain from voting. Quick quiz. Oh, I was just doing this to you on my own. Do you know which movie each of these photos is from? But they give you joke answers mixed in with the real answer. Let's see if you do know this one, though. Do you recognize that werewolf? Do you know what film that's from? Nope, too late. Return of the Vampire. Oh, no. Modern movie monsters. Oh boy. Another round of these. This is based on a TV commercial that was big at the time. Only my hairdresser knows for sure. And I'm her hairdresser. It's a bleach job. In a minute. Nope. No, I did. The Transylvanian Grab Bag. They could call this whole magazine that. These are like joke shop gags, you know, like the black soap. Hot pepper gum, you give it to the other kid. It's unbearable. Oh, 7 big monsters from outer space for $1. Big inflatable toys of creatures from the limits of outer space. Whoa. Okay, I want that. I don't want the Frankenstein monster mask. I'm sure it looks fine, but I could never wear those when I was a kid. I would get too hot in them. But the 7 big monsters from outer space for $1? Sold. Gosh. See, to my era of monster kids, this was the Frankenstein monster. This is a drawing of Glenn Strange's version of the Frankenstein monster. But his likeness is what they used in tons and tons of monster art like this. So we were inundated. This picture looks more familiar to us than the actual Boris Karloff in the Jack Pierce Frankenstein monster makeup. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying this looks more familiar to us because we were bombarded with this being the Frankenstein monster. Well, they say Jekyll and Hyde, but you know what I think when I look at this is Two-Face from Batman. Oh, it's a weird Cyclops. Oh, that's good. I thought it was just a normal Cyclops. Oh, man. All right, one last joke caption on a horror movie image. Maybe I shouldn't have given my husband hash for dinner 5 times this week. Oh, man. I just let that speak for itself. Chiller cutouts bonus. Oh, these are the bumper stickers we were promised in the front cover. You just cut these out, I guess, and tape them to your car. Is that it? Committee for Good Posture, Hunchback of Notre Dame, President. National Animal Month, take King Kong out to lunch. Down with Medicare. Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Frankenstein, and Dr. Cyclops. Okay. Oh boy. If you enjoy classic monsters and vintage horror, you should check out my book series, the Mourner's Woods books. I've self-published a series of novels on Amazon that are all set in a haunted forest. Basically, they're books for people who like monster movies. That's the best way I can describe them. And I sell them as cheaply as Amazon will let me. 99 cents for an ebook. They're also available in paperback and in audiobook. My books, again, are the Mourner's Woods series. My name is Paul Edwards. Thanks for taking some time to look through For Monsters Only with me. I'll see you in Mourner's Woods.